I have a simple motto, is that
All right, all right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, glad to have you. Be part of the fight here. We're fighting for the body we want. And as you can see from the title or just the whole video in its entirety, it is a reaction. It is a reaction to a video that 𝐷oucette just put out. He published this thing August 17, and we're going to get into it. When it comes down to 𝐷oucette or even Shannon Sharpe, we're going to see exactly where we're at when it comes down to perspectives and what do I think and why should I even have an opinion? Because everybody's entitled to their opinion, basically. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my reaction, what I think, and in comparison, I've done reaction videos on Greg before. Right off the bat, I can tell you that he's an awesome dude. This guy knows what he's talking about. He's accomplished a lot, and I just love his motivation. And I like a lot of stuff that he says. A lot of stuff that he says is almost identical to what I say. And he likes the whole cardio thing. You got to implement some cardio. A lot of bodybuilders, they don't implement cardio and stuff like that, but Greg does, and he's always promoting it, which I like about that, about what I like about him in that area. And then we're going to be checking out Shannon Sharpe. He's actually one of the speakers or announcers in the, what should I call it? When it comes down to sports, let me check it out real quick. We have Shannon. I don't watch a lot of sports myself, so forgive me if I'm not giving you guys the right background information. He's a sports analyst, former American football tight end for the Denver Broncos and Baltimore Ravens, National Football League, all that good stuff. He's the co-host with Skip, Undisputed on Fox Sports. And, you know, they're just sports analysis. So that's what he does. We're going to be checking out the reaction on this. And like I said, I like to do reactions like this because I'm more natural. I've never done no bodybuilding shows. I don't consider myself to be a bodybuilder per se. Whenever you hear the word bodybuilder, you always think of going on stage, right? Going on stage and performing in a competitive arena. And I know that 𝐷oucette is actually an IFFB pro. So when it comes down to that, he has a lot of knowledge in that arena when it comes down to being in that kind of, let's say, professionalism. So let's check it out, though. Let's check it out. When it comes down to the IFBB Pro, International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness. Okay, so that's kind of what he does when it comes down to fitness. And like I said, he's accomplished way more than that. I don't know his entirety background, but I'm just giving you guys what I think in perspective of my knowledge. I'm a certified personal trainer, creator, owner, and lead instructor of Mannys fitness program. We specialize on online coaching, personal and group training for weight loss, muscle building, and just overall better health and performance. So not only that, but I was also in the military. I created my program with the military background, with the discipline and the training strategies that I received in my time in the military, in the Marines, to be more specific. I was a drill instructor in the Marine Corps. I was a martial arts instructor in the Marine Corps. I'm a veteran, a war veteran, and I also did a lot of other stuff, but we're going to just stick to that for now. Let's check it out. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Let's get the video started. All right, here we go. Let's get right into the video. We're going to be checking out Greg first, and then we're going to go back and forth to Shannon Sharpe's video. And of course, Greg here is going to be reacting or just examining if he's natural or he's enhanced. When I say enhanced, that means they used PEDs, performance enhancement drugs, or steroids, SARMs, and stuff like that. So let's see if Shannon is actually natural. It is super hard for somebody to look the way that Shannon looks naturally, but you never know. Like genetics can play a big part on somebody looking like they're using PEDs, but they're not. Let's check it out.
And listen, I know I'm doing a natty or not on this guy, but frankly, I love this guy. I love his attitude. I like what he says. I find him highly interesting. And so I'm a fan of this guy. But I got to be honest. Coach Greg and Shannon Sharpe is now 54 years of age and looks incredible. The best he's ever looked in his entire life. But is he in fact natural? Well, he claims he is, but of course he does. Who doesn't? What famous athlete, movie star, actor says, yeah, I'm not natural. I take performance-enhancing drugs.
And here's the thing with these kind of reaction videos or just figuring out if they're natural or not. It's not even our business. Should it be? Should it be our business to figure out if somebody is lying or not? Because if you're saying you're natural and you're using PEDs or steroids and stuff like that just to get the physique that you currently have by using that, then you're lying to your audience. You're lying to your audience, to people that come across you, because those that kind of want to look the way you do and are trying to do it naturally because you're saying you're doing it naturally, you're just setting them up for failures. And that's why I think it's good to do these kind of natty or nots or just dissecting somebody's performance or physique in order to figure out if they're natural or not. So it does help a lot of people. That way you're not deceived and you don't get no false information. You're over here struggling, figuring out why you're not getting the results that this person is claiming to have if you do what they're doing. So I like them. I like them, in my opinion, the whole natty or not thing.
Pretty much nobody. And so in today's video, we're going to determine, is Shannon Sharpe a fake natural? Now I'm going to address this right away. You don't have to come out and tell people, make an announcement and say, I use PEDs. You don't need to do that. That is not something I expect him to do. But if you post comments, make videos, and you announce that you're natural, that you never took anything, then at that point, we can then critique whether or not you're telling the truth or if in fact you're being dishonest. And so Shannon Sharpe went to Instagram, posted a front double bicep looking phenomenal. And get this, he's 54 years of age.
So there you have it right there. And that's what I like about Greg. That's the reason why I follow him. He's always been truthful, unbiased, and he doesn't beat around the bush. He'll say it like it is. He's received a lot of fire, a lot of drama behind that, but hey, it comes with the platform. When you're going to call somebody out, you're just trying to help people. And one thing I almost forgot to mention is that to never compare yourself with anybody. Like if anybody is actually trying to look like Shannon, you shouldn't be doing that. Everybody is totally different. Your body type, you can be an ectomorph or endomorph, mesomorph, a certain body type. Your genetics play a big part. Your age will play a big part. Your style, your intensity level of training will play a big part. Your nutrition will play a big part. Your rest periods, your healing mechanisms, your aesthetics, look, all that will play a big part. So never compare yourself with any. Don't try to look like somebody. Just do your best, whatever you think you can get to. If you feel like, oh, I can grow my biceps maybe a little bit more, let me try it. But don't grow them just because you see somebody else with that capability. You might not be able to. That can be your limit, and it goes down to your genetics. So I want to make sure I cover that right away.
54. Look at his physique. The abs detailed, etched in stone, and from the rear, bumps, grooves everywhere. Absolutely a phenomenal athlete. 6'2".
That's crazy, right? That is crazy because he is 54 years old. And that is still young. That's not all at all. That's why it's good to dissect his whole workout, his whole physique, and just the background and all that. That way we give the right information out to the audience and nobody is being deceived. But that's awesome. A lot of times, some of these guys that do take PEDs, they still work super hard. Just because you're taking PEDs doesn't make you into the best shape of your life. No, there's a lot of hard work behind that. A lot of good nutrition still, but you do have let's say you do have help. You do have help on growing the muscle and burning more calories and stuff like that. It does enhance you.
228 pounds, clearly single-digit body fat. And so, does it make sense that this guy is actually natural? I mean, looking at the photos, you'd have to assume, no way is this guy natural. Even if he were 20 years younger, that would be absolutely remarkable. But in this post, there's a video, and it's titled, Shannon on Not Taking PEDs.
I'm like, how the hell I get tested 7-8 times a month, and the punter get tested once, and the kicker get tested once? I said, I thought it was random. So how am I randomly in 16 weeks getting tested 7 times, and they randomly get tested 1 time a year? Something ain't random about this.
And listen, I know I'm doing a natty or not on this guy, but frankly, I love this guy. I love his attitude. I like what he says. I find him highly interesting, and so I'm a fan of this guy. But I got to be honest. He says, why am I getting tested 7 or 8 times a month? In comparison, others are only getting tested once. And so in a 16-week season, I'm getting tested 7 or 8 times. Well, if he was actually getting tested 7 or 8 times a month, would that not lead to being tested perhaps 4 times 7 or 8? So something at least in the 20s. And so he's slipping up. And so is that a sign that he's trying to be dishonest? When you're being honest and truthful and you're answering questions, you don't have to think. And so it reminds me of Mike O'Hearn, who's also about the same age and who also looks absolutely incredible. And so when asking Mike O'Hearn if he was on HRT, he says, why? Why would I need to do that?
Are you actually on like TRT though?
What would be the point though?
I mean, because men's hormone levels dip as they get older.
No, they don't.
It's not like testosterone levels decline when you get older. And, oh, were you ever tested in the past? Did you have low test? Oh, yeah, I was tested way back and I have low test my entire life. Really? Oh, and what was it? 400s. Does anyone believe that? Does anyone actually believe that?
And Skipper used to annoy the hell out of me because I work so hard. Everybody knows that. Everybody will tell you that's been around me, Shannon Sharpe is the most disciplined person that I've ever met.
Now, just because somebody thinks or accuses you of being a fake natural or that you're perhaps on HRT, that does not diminish the fact that we know that you are working hard. When I ask yourself right now, who is the hardest worker in the room? Who speaks of that all the time? What famous movie star always says he's up in the morning, 4:30, working hard, harder than everyone else? The Rock. The Rock, hardest worker in the room.
And that is very true. As you can see, I second that motion. That is so true. And again, I'm not a bodybuilder myself. I'm not trying to look like these guys, like a bodybuilder. He's mostly in the bodybuilding show arena, contest arena, competitive, growing, huge legs, huge muscles, stuff like that. I'm more into performance. I'm more into calisthenics, body weight exercises, cardio, core, and strength training. And so that's the only difference. But I still listen to a lot of these bodybuilders, just kind of getting some knowledge in that area and just knowing a little bit about all the forms of the fitness arena. So let's go into Shannon Sharpe's video. Let's check it out. So when it comes down to Shannon Sharpe, this video came out in 2 years ago. Okay, so 2 years ago, and this video was shown by Greg as well a little bit. So I think this is where he got some of the footage. Let's check it out.
I saved nothing for the trip home. So when I'm done with this exercise, I'm not gonna say, man, I could have done 5 more reps or I could have done this. If you could do that, you didn't work hard enough.
There it is right there. That is so true. That is so true. When it comes down to repetitions, never leave your workout knowing that you could have done more. And I always remind all my members here, don't leave this place knowing that you could have done more. Don't do that to yourself. Don't deceive yourself. Don't underestimate yourself. When you come in here, the hardest part is starting. After that, we're going to warm up the body nicely to where you're able to execute the exercises precisely to where you're not going to get hurt. Therefore, you get some courage, you get some intensity, and you actually do get a good workout by stimulating the muscle and getting the heart rate up, all that good stuff. So there you go. Same mentality. It's awesome. I love it. Let's continue.
You should empty the tank. As far as you can go, I mean, I think that we've all at some point in time probably run out of gas. That means there's nothing else in the tank. You can't go any further. You can't coast. You just pull aside the road and the car just dies. Well, that's basically how you should feel. You should feel like your lungs ache, your heart is just pounding through your chest. It feels like you're taking deep breaths, and then every time you feel like you've got a breath, somebody put a bag over your head, and it shortens that breath. That's how you should feel in the process of doing this work and when it's over. And what I've done is, you see my...
I love this guy. I love this guy. I never really got in touch with this guy, or not personally, but never really did some research on his type of training, his nutrition, his mentality towards intensity, motivation, balance, and all that. But now I'm intrigued now. I'm loving what he's saying about how to work out. I'm loving that stuff. That gets me hyped. That gets me motivated. I love it. When I'm training my classes and I have somebody that can barely do anything in the beginning, and later on you see them whipping it on, getting those repetitions in there, lifting more weight, that gets me excited. And not only because I'm seeing them get stronger, better, faster, but also because I'm comparing them from when they first started. It is incredible how stronger, better, faster you get when you push yourself to your own level. Of course, I always say, never compare yourself with anybody around you. Never try to go as fast as the person next to you. Go your fast. Go your fast. If you know deep inside, if you can go harder, go harder. If you can go faster, go faster. Not as fast as the person next to you. You might be able to have a friendly competition here and there, but at the end of the day, keep it safe, because you don't want to get an injury. That's going to hold you back from reaching your health and fitness goals, so we don't want that. Let's continue.
I'm trying to cut down on the transition time. Transition means going from one exercise to the other. So I'm trying to minimize that, so I'll actually be working instead of just looking for equipment or trying to find a place to go. But we're going to get it in today.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. And this is the first time I'm creating this series here. So forgive me if I'm kind of all over the place. I'm still trying to put everything together. But I'm loving this. I think I'm going to create a new series here. If you joined me earlier on my YouTube channel, I just completed a series on reacting to somebody reacting to drill instructors. I was a drill instructor in the Marines, and we had Jameson reacting to drill instructors, 10 things that drill instructors do, so on and so on. And everybody liked it. So I'm going to continue this, see if I can maybe make a series out of this one as well. And I see that some of you are joining me here live. Glad to have you. Let me give you some shout outs. We have your friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete. Welcome to the live stream. And we have 𝐥𝐤𝐞. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to be doing this as a series, so make sure you are subscribed and also hit that notification button. That way you don't miss out. And let me say what's up real quick on the chat. And yeah, so we're going to continue this. I'm loving this. I'm telling you, I'm excited right now. I'm excited. I'm about to go work out myself. I have a big time workout that I'm going to be tearing up myself this morning. But I'm going to go ahead and leave the video here. As you can see, we have Shannon's video going up. And then we also have Greg's video going up as well. And I'm going to be reacting to both of them back and forth, trying to get as much information as possible. But before I do that, let me go ahead and, if anybody has a question, comment, concern here live, I'll go ahead and answer it here. Your friendly neighborhood Uncle P says, retired Navy Master Chief here. Awesome. I love your videos on boot camps. Outstanding. Glad to have you, man. You are outstanding. Seriously. 𝐥𝐤𝐻, great advice to, let me see, to drink as much diet soda you want. I got sensitive teeth to hot and cold. I used to drink average 3 cans a day. Okay, yep. Switching to diet soda is always a great way to make that transition, because if you go too hard on the transition, the body almost tends to react in a negative manner because you're just so used to it. You can get side effects. You can go through withdrawals if you switch something too quickly, depending on the level of addiction that you had. So whenever somebody's trying to quit drinking soda, I always tell them, write down how many you usually drink normally, and then gradually take away half every week. And next thing you know, you're only drinking maybe one every week or even one every 2 weeks. But yeah, great information, great questions. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to try to do this more often. I'll be giving you guys a heads up on my YouTube channel. I'm not posting as much as I usually do on my Facebook or Instagram. So make sure you guys are subscribed here and hit that notification button, and I'll see you on the next one. You guys take care. Be safe. Be nice with each other. Always and forever. Mind, body, and strive.